Del Mar, a summertime haven for the West Coast's thoroughbred stars. The temperatures are cool, but the action is heating up. As the best horse in the world, California Chrome is on the grounds, with his sights set on the Midsummer Million, the Grade 1 TVG Pacific Classic. TVG's All Access is brought to you by TaylorMade, proud co-owner of California Chrome.
California Chrome is an exceptional animal. He wants to beat you. And he knows that he's a star. You can tell. He lets you know, hey, I'm the man.
It's almost like he knows what's going on. Like, hey, I'm getting ready to run, and he's not even worried about it. It's like Michael Jordan getting ready to go in the game. You know, they've got confidence because they're good. They just walk out there, and it just comes naturally.
California Chrome, he's a rock star. He is an amazing animal, he really is.
We knew that he needed a little freshening up after the Dubai World Cup. And he does very well when you have a little time between races.
California Chrome has gone into overdrive. He's 2 lengths in front. He's clear.
When he was coming down the stretch in Dubai, when I seen him in front, I was jumping pretty high for a short, fat man.
It's alchemy in Dubai. Chrome turns to gold. California Chrome wins the Dubai World Cup.
Now California Chrome is the biggest money-winning horse ever in the United States. He put on some weight from being turned out. He put on about 75 pounds, so we knew that was going to come off of him pretty easy. You know, once he starts galloping and goes 1.5 miles, 2 miles, you can see a big change into him.
His goal is the TVG Pacific Classic. But before that, the big chestnut stallion needs to do well in next week's San Diego Handicap.
As he gets fitter and fitter, he gets stronger and stronger. You know when he's getting ready, you know, his works are faster each time and he goes farther, gallops out are good.
Chrome is a unique horse. He's kind of testy. You know, he's a bit of a biter. He will eat your arm off. But he kind of humbles me when I'm on his back because you never know what move he's going to make. You know, he's gentle, but at the same time, you don't know he can go from 0 to 100 quick.
Chrome is an exceptional animal. He wants to beat you. And he knows that he's a star. You can tell. He lets you know, hey, I'm the man.
For all of Chrome's accomplishments, there's still one horse he hasn't beaten.
Beholder just breezing on by. Beholder is opening up on them. She's turned us into an exercise gallop. Beholder is absolutely poetry in motion.
We have not seen this before in the storied history of the TVG Pacific Classic, a female beating the boys.
She's a great athlete. She's got a determination to win, the mentality for it. A little excitable, but that probably adds to why she's so good. Pacific Classic's a great race. It's an exciting thing to try again. Wait a second. Let's go 1 more. Today we're going to go 5 furlongs because we're a day closer and she doesn't need that much.
Do you get a little nervous the night before to work out?
I drink about a quart of whiskey the night before.
Weed in the grass.
Call security, somebody.
Was he still riding races when you started, or had he already started training?
Are you kidding? He was retired by the time I was born. He's probably 100 years old. She never fails. It was just about as perfect as it could be. Went a little bit faster than I thought she would, but she does that. We're going to take it as a good thing. Perfect. Yeah, very nice.
You look back and you say, wow, what a record he's going to have. He'll win all these races in different spots.
California Chrome wins it easily.
I would love to win the Pacific Classic. I never won that race before. Well, I live in Del Mar. A lot of people know the horse, and we'll have a lot of fans there that day. And so it would be a very prestigious race for me. I rode my first race at Hollywood Park in 1955, and I just love the game. So then I was getting on a horse called Swaps. I never rode him in a race, but when I was a kid, I used to work him a lot. And he just went right up the ladder.
It's going to be Swaps in the Kentucky Derby.
I just felt very fortunate to be able to do that. So hard, you know trainers that never win a graded stake and been in the game for 30 and 40 years. And then when Chrome came along, I said, wow, I hit the jackpot.
California Chrome wants to be let loose. California Chrome gets the lead. Wow!
Everybody that ever sees you, the first thing they said to you, have you ever won the Kentucky Derby?
Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby!
And now when people say that, it says, yeah.
When Chrome came in, he was a good-looking horse. He was a little immature. He was a little narrow. You can see how much bigger and more massive he is now.
California Chrome fully furnished into the mature athlete who could take 2016 by storm.
When I rode California Chrome the first time, I just want to know how good he is.
California Chrome comes roaring off the top of the turn.
And he just dropped the ground and he just blows.
California Chrome is gone! He's opened up a 5-lane lead.
I was like, wow, this is good.
California Chrome to the wire, straight and strong!
The moment I thought Chrome could be something great was when he ran in the San Felipe.
And away they go.
California Chrome got an absolute flyer.
Busted out of the gate and just went wire to wire.
They run past the half-mile pole and California Chrome in front.
He got more focused. He looked down the racetrack and he runs straight.
They would need to sprout wings to get to California Chrome.
He won that stake so easy.
San Felipe was a walkover for California Chrome.
And I said, wow, he's turning the corner.
The reason why this horse is so durable, I think, is his action on the racetrack. He can lay off the pace or he can press the pace. He's got no wasted motion. When he hits a quarter pole, he always kind of spurts away.
California Chrome striding away impressively up front.
It's just really exciting to watch that turn of foot that he has. It's pretty amazing.
Chrome is very intelligent. If they have that heart, they run. And he has that heart.
Bob Baffert knows a thing or two about getting his horses ready to win big races. He comes into the San Diego handicap with 17 hands of pure intimidation. Dortmund.
Dortmund's biggest quality, he's a fighter.
Dortmund breezing along on the far side. They head to the half-mile pole. Dortmund has gone on by. Firing Line and Gary Stevens strike the front. Dortmund tries to re-rally. Dortmund comes back at Firing Line. What a horse race! Dortmund's comeback!
When you have a horse that shows up and will battle, that's a true racehorse.
It's game day. Trainers need to see a good performance from their athletes so they can continue on the path to the TVG Pacific Classic. And Chrome needs to show up today with his A-game.
Chrome has just left the barn, and we are making our way over to the receiving barn to get saddled up for the San Diego.
The day of a big prep race like the San Diego, there's more pressure because he's expected to win.
Thank you.
All the fans of California Chrome, we've all become like a family.
Today you do want to be forwardly placed. Is that going to be your tactic with Chrome?
Well, I'd have to think so. I'm not going to let him just gallop on the lead. He's going to have to run.
As a jockey for me, I'm not getting nervous. I'm excited. I don't want to be like, he's the best and I'm right here. So it's not good. I want to be in a good combination.
The horses are approaching the starting gate.
When I saw Dortmund in there and he was going to run, I said, wow, it's going to be a real dogfight.
It's races like this that make TVG the most exciting network in the country.
I know the horse. I've watched him train at Los Alamitos. He'll be the horse to beat.
It's post time for the San Diego.
And away they go.
The crowd is just really electric here today at Del Mar.
Are the Chromies going to win out over Dortmund, or is Dortmund going to assert himself here? It's post time for the San Diego.
And away they go. California Chrome hopped out the gate and is going straight to the lead.
The horse broke great. He was actually in front of Dortmund there for a little bit, and then Dortmund's natural speed kicked in and went to the lead.
But now there goes Dortmund. And as expected, Dortmund will go on to lead California Chrome.
I was quietly sneaking in there. I'm going to come in there and see if I can catch Chrome off his game a little bit.
Dortmund just taking them along at a comfortable pace.
It's getting a little nervous, I'll be honest with you. Not that I didn't think Chrome would fight back. You know, he's a fighter too.
They're at the top of the lane in the San Diego, and California Chrome strikes the front on the outside.
I was hoping that Victor was going to just leave us alone a little bit, maybe trail us a little bit, but Victor got really aggressive.
California Chrome, he accelerates like so fast, it's a short time.
Dortmund is running his heart out on the inside. California Chrome the advantage. Come on, Chrome!
It looked like he was just going to run away from us. But then Gary, he knows that Dortmund's a fighter, and he's won those photos.
Dortmund running the race of his life. He's coming right back.
California Chrome came up next to me, and I thought, oh man, he's going to beat me for fun. And when Victor got next to me, he was scrubbing the same as I was. And I said, we got a shot.
Now we're going to have a dogfight.
California Chrome, Dortmund head for the wire in an absolute thriller.
That's exactly Louis Chrome. He says, let's get it on.
California Chrome's class has pulled him through.
You know, Chrome, the champion that he is, he wasn't going to allow us to beat him. And so it was actually exciting to watch, even though I got beat.
California Chrome won it ahead. Dortmund a very game second.
The billing and the actual race all live up to the hype. They put on a show here at Del Mar.
You celebrate, but then you know you get the next day you're right back at it.
You know, it's a responsibility that I have for me to go out there and be 100% in shape and mentally, because he is the best. So I want to be in the same level he is. I even wake up and work out. I work out extra. And be in a great shape like California Chrome.
Are you feeling pretty lucky right now?
Yes, I am. I feel like the luckiest Mexican on earth. When I started my career, not on top, but not on the bottom, just like right steady. 2008, that was probably one of the worst years I ever have in my career.
And just breaking this afternoon, jockey Victor Espinoza is suspended for 7 racing days for unsatisfactory riding.
I completely lost motivation. I really don't even want to go to the track. And I think the horses feel that. And it's like, you know what? I want to make a change, you know. I don't want my career to end like this. Imagine if I quit the year before because I don't win with California Chrome.
California Chrome is 4th. The Triple Crown remains a 36-year memory.
I dedicate basically my entire life for this, for the Triple Crown. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, you must do it. And it was not easy, but I got it done.
Well, Carolyn and I bought in on Love the Chase for $8,000.
We didn't really know what we had with Love the Chase. There was a groom that anybody who buys that horse is a dumbass. So I looked at Steve, says dumbass partners, and we shook hands, we were off and running.
We bred her to Lucky Pulpit for $1,500, and her first foal was California Chrome.
In Dubai, Chrome turns to gold.
And he's won just shy of $12.7 million.
But the lesson that Chrome has taught me is go with your gut, what you know is right, work as hard as you can, and you'll do well, and you'll be happy.
Do you non-believers believe this horse now? Because if you don't, you need to have your head examined.
We don't own him anymore. We sold our percentage to Tailor Made Stallions in July of 2014. Now, when we were growing up, the Taylor brothers, we were baling hay and cutting tobacco. We were just good old farm boys. You know, we're not like B. Wayne Hughes. We don't have public storage. So when the brothers got together and we started looking at Chrome, we knew he was a Kentucky Derby winner. We knew he was very talented. So we said, hey, we got to do this. It's risk, but we need a stallion. This is a horse we want to bet on.
Now it's Beholder's turn. If she wants a shot at Chrome in the TVG Pacific Classic, she needs a stellar performance in today's Clement L. Hirsch.
Beholder, she's my favorite horse of all time and the best that I've ridden. We use the Clement Hirsch as a springboard for the Pacific Classic.
What is the key to keeping her at the highest level?
Well, I'll tell you after the race. You got to worry about getting this one in.
Came into the race with a lot of confidence.
One of the best we've ever seen. Beholder, it's post time. Beholder breaking from the inside.
Beholder pops out the gate, and Beholder's going to go straight to the front.
She swapped into her right lead, and the gear was there, but not the gear that I'm used to feeling. And I said, oh man, we're in for a battle here.
Beholder, she looks great. I figured out maybe I sit right in her butt. I want to be just right against it, right next to her butt.
Neither one of them's going to give an inch. Stellar Wind on the outside, but Beholder's far from done. Here she comes back again.
You know what? Stellar Wind, she looks great too. It's like, all right, this is it. It's time to go.
Stellar Wind, she put her head in front of Beholder, and Beholder came back and got her nose back in front. I wasn't ready to cash in the chips yet.
Beholder on the inside, Stellar Wind on the outer. Stellar Wind's gonna beat her. Stellar Wind has won the Clement L. Hirsch under Victor Espinosa.
And remember, it was a week ago at this time. It was the San Diego Handicap. On the inside was Gary Stevens with Dortmund. On the outside was Victor Espinosa.
Victor and I know each other quite well.
Gary Stevens, he's amazing.
You know, when you hook up with somebody that you respect and battle it out, it was really special.
I study every single day how I can beat them.
Unfortunately, I've come out on the short end 2 weeks in a row.
I know I had to respect him because he's older than me, but not in the track. I just want to beat the best jockeys.
We may have underestimated the competition a little bit, and hopefully there'll be some more matchups.
Thought I would train her like last year, not too hard up to this race and get the race in her, and that would build her to the next one. And I was just so proud of how fat and pretty she was. And I didn't think I had a monster to beat, and I did. And I didn't ever quite ready for it. She didn't win. It's not like her to get beat. And we'll watch her and just evaluate our situation during this next week. I'm sure the question is, do we consider the Pacific Classic? The answer is maybe.
How about old Frosted running, huh?
No, he ran really good.
All systems are set to go for California Chrome. This morning, the big horse will record a half-mile workout. Team Chrome needs to keep him sharp as a host of contenders are set to take him on in the TVG Pacific Classic.
Since the San Diego Handicap, everything looked really good, and we're right on schedule.
47 and 3.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Today, Chrome worked unbelievable. You know, Haji just sat on him. He went in 47 and 3, galloped out in 59 and 4. Couldn't ask for better work.
We'll be ready for the Pacific Classic. Chrome is Chrome. He has a mindset, you know, he knows what he's got to do and gets the job done. I hope the mare runs, you know, I'd love to see her in there.
I hope Beholder runs, I hope Dortmund runs. I hope they all show up.
I just think it would be great for the public to have these three horses there.
To the San Diego, this horse shouldn't be doing any better. I think it's probably the best I've ever seen him train, which is kind of scary.
School him in the gate, school him in the paddock. We'll be ready.
Great.
I feel great about it. As long as Chrome's doing good, I'm feeling good. You know, I couldn't ask him to be doing any better, so I'm really excited about it.
Dortmund, he's a fighter.
Dortmund tries to re-rally.
You can get him in the fight, turning for home. He's usually won those battles.
Dortmund in an absolute thriller over firing line.
He's only gotten beat by Kentucky Derby winners, so that's a big plus, but he's never run a bad race, and he shows up every time.
And Dortmund, another stylish performance.
When you have a horse that has quality, shows up and will battle, that's a true racehorse.
Dortmund wins. Big run from Prospect Park second. Bollo was third.
It's a winning situation for us as a long shot. All the pressure's on the other guy.
California Chrome, Dortmund in an absolute thriller.
The big ones, the elusive ones, the Breeders' Cup, the Pacific Classic, those kind of races, those are the ones that you'd love to win.
They're off in the San Antonio.
Big California Chrome. Got in a speed duel with Dortmund or something like that, and maybe we can sit back and make our run.
Here comes Imperative. Photo finish.
In Winter Space has that attitude like California Chrome has. He's a fighter, that's what I like about him, you know, he has a little attitude, and that's what makes it, you know, exciting about him too.
Win the Space, opening up on them as they come to the 16th.
To win the Pacific Classic and beating California Chrome and Beholder, I mean, it will be huge.
And it's Win the Space.
We're going to try something different and we'll go from there.
Dalmore's got speed, he's very smart, and he listens to commands. That's the most important thing, if you ask me, when you're trying to win at that level and at that distance.
Away they go to a very good start.
He puts himself in a good position, whether it's close to the front.
Dalmore a length and a half back.
Or coming significantly off the pace.
Dalmore has the lead narrowly.
His last race was a monster.
And Dalmore will win, coming clear by 2 lengths.
And we think he's deserving of the chance.
You could have a terrible meet as a jockey, but win the Pacific Classic and go home feeling like you absolutely were the leading jockey.
Chrome faces a tough group of challengers in the TVG Pacific Classic, but Beholder might be his biggest threat.
My mare's been very happy, comfortable, not upset, so it was time to get a good work. She hadn't lost much weight out of the race. She had a little too much going into her last race.
Question of the century. Will Beholder defend her title in the TVG Pacific Classic?
Yes. Yes. You know, I was reluctant to decide too early. I didn't want to force her into our plans. But you saw the work the other day. She's in great shape, came out of it great, so you only live once.
You're going to see probably one of the best races of the year in the Pacific Classic. It's going to be the battle of the sexes between Chrome and Beholder.
It's a heavyweight showdown. This is exactly what you want. The Pacific Classic is as good as it gets.
California Chrome is going to win this hands down over Beholder.
I definitely think Beholder's going to win, and she's going to beat the boys and leave them in the dust.
I like California Chrome because I think he represents our area very well. He's a mentally tough horse. He's very smart. He knows what to do in tough situations.
I love Beholder. Chrome's going home.
You know, I've always loved Chrome. I bet him in the future pools and before the Derby, and he brought home the Derby and made me a bunch of money. So ever then, I'm sense of Chromey.
I love Chrome. I'm a Chromey, but Beholder's really strong. If anyone's gonna beat him, I think she could do it, really.
California Chrome, you just like look at the facts, look at the numbers.
Come on.
Like you can't.
He's really fast. The distance doesn't seem to affect him. He can stay outside, go wide.
She's gonna lose all her money.
No,
So.
beautiful female horse. You're done. No way.
We got California Chrome, the real California, you know.
I'm here to support Beholder today. She can hold her own with the boys.
I mean, if you want to put your money down, I'd put it on California Chrome.
Girl power.
You look at the strength, you look at the speed. I mean, look at what he's eating.
Her body's awesome. Her back end, now that's a woman's back end. Come on now.
She's every bit as big as the boys are. You'll see a totally different Beholder come Pacific Classic Day.
Wouldn't that be a matchup? What about California Chrome, too?
Who's that?
Who's that, exactly? He doesn't care. He's got the horse Beholder.
It's going to be a tough race on her. It's going to be tougher than it was last year for her, I guarantee you that. When Chrome runs up to her, she'll go from Beholder to Bewildered.
This year's renewal of the TVG Pacific Classic could be the race of the year. It's a battle of the sexes in the Summertime Million. Can California Chrome stay at the top of the class? His legacy is already defined. Can he keep his status as the best horse in the world? Will Beholder make racing history as the first female repeat winner of the TVG Pacific Classic? Watch and wager on the $1 million TVG Pacific Classic Saturday, August 20th, live on TVG.